Hello, my beautiful gamers, and welcome back. It's me, Sci-Rin, and today we are on another episode of Starfield. Now, in the previous episode, we resumed our main missions for Constellation, and things finally went down. Things got exciting. So the Starborn, which are these kinda alien-like entities that we do not know what they are yet, I think they're just like me. I think they're just normal people who also went looking for the artifacts and obtained power and can now, don't judge me, travel the multiverse or travel in time, or they just unlocked space magic. That's all it is. I don't think they're actually aliens. They're just like me. That's all. But yeah, the Starborn actually attacked us at Constellation, and we had our very first character death. Thankfully, it was not my man Sam. That kinda rhymed. Sadly, it was Barrett though. I am still sad about it because he was a really good character, but I did not spend that much time with him, so it was not that impactful to me, if that makes sense, purely because the main person I usually spend time with is Sam. So if Sam were to die, I would have been heartbroken, but at least we dodged that bullet. But anyway, we also had to move the artifact. I am now carrying the artifact around with me, meaning the Starborn can attack me much easier. So yeah, that is where we are currently. Let's just pretend like those little baby curls aren't there. Anyway, I just got so distracted. But yeah, I think that's all the recap that you guys need, so let me stop mumbling about random things like my hair, and let's game. Okay guys, I couldn't resist. We are going to this planet because I just quickly want to go get the power source that we can apparently acquire on this planet, land, yes thank you, because I'm just so curious to see. I was considering doing this off of camera, but I know it's not going to take too long, so we're just quickly going to do this. If you're not interested, however, Adoring fan, shush! If you're not interested, I do leave timestamps, so you can just skip ahead to the main quest that we were, in fact, busy with. I wanted to give you guys the name now, but I can't remember. But just skip ahead, essentially. Okay, so we have to follow the distortion. Last time I did this so poorly. So you can see my little thingy is distorting when I look in that direction. So the anomaly is in that direction. Hi! Is it more here or more here? I don't know. Let's just run that general direction and see what we find. Also, for those of you wondering, and for those of you who made it that far into my previous video, I don't know if you guys remember, but in my previous video, Vasco started attacking me. Now, I googled and I asked a few people. Your companions aren't supposed to attack you, even if you accidentally hit them. And I, after a lot of effort, yes, even tried a few console commands and fully reset Vasco, and every time I spawned him back in, he was just hostile again. So I have no idea how to fix him. I tried a lot of different things. So when this is done and I head back to Constellation and he is a problem, I might have to disable him. Because he's just not stopping. He keeps attacking me and I don't know why. I rewatched, obviously, the footage whilst editing, and I think there was one instance where I might have accidentally hit him, and I think I might have hit him with my space magic, but still, he's not supposed to apparently stay aggro or even started to be aggro. So yeah, I really don't know what to do with Vasco. He's just now my enemy.
You ever get the feeling you're living through history? Our time here, you better believe there'll be novels about it.
I hope there's novels about it. I would love a story about me. How do I get in here? Acquire the power. Is it just outside? How's the gravity situation here? Okay, I can't just jump on anything. Assuming I just have to climb my way up. You all know how good I am with platforming. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sam, did you see? Oh, okay. This might be it. This might be it, guys. Okay, where do I go? How do I get in? Is there like a door somewhere up here? These things are always so confusing to me. I know I said this last time, and like, I know this reminds most people of more so Skyrim getting new shouts. But to me, this just feels like Assassin's Creed when you go to the... Oh no. When you go to the ancient temples, that were made, and you look for the artifacts basically as well. I just feel like there's a whole lot of similarities there. How do I get in here? Let me run around and see if I can find it, and then I'll just skip ahead so that you guys don't have to... Oh, never mind. Found it. But yeah, this not just like look like Assassin's Creed and feel like Assassin's Creed. Guys, Assassin's Creed Red is apparently coming out this year, and this is... It's the Assassin's Creed I've been waiting for. We're playing it. We're playing it. I cannot wait. If there's any other Assassin's Creed you guys would like to see, let me know. Because I do love Assassin's Creed for many reasons, and I have not played any on my channel. But Red is going on the channel. This is always so cool, just floating around here. Whee! Catch the sparkles. Let me go first person so I can actually see. But yes, I just believe the Starborn went through the same process I am, and that I am basically becoming Starborn as well, or am already Starborn. It's just people with an affinity to this, because I know not everyone hears the music and sees the visions, so I'm assuming I'm just Starborn. And in we go. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-ba-ba. It's so cool.
Get a new cosmic power?
Yeah, I think so.
Corey to go to sleep at her bedtime. No, too powerful.
Is this just... That's just my old one. Let's go check out what I got. Oh, it's a... It's just a Space Guardian. I hate that I can't loot these guys. Also, spoiler, not spoiler. I do know every time you New Game Plus, you get a new outfit, and I do know you get the Starborn outfits eventually. So, I used this one usually, which is anti-grav field. Now I have fill your foes with the silent calm of the universe, compelling them to temporarily abandon their weapons. Well, it's new, so I'm trying it out. Yeah, sure. Okay, now let's go back to the lodge. I was considering getting the other anomaly too, as well, because I'm curious about it, but I'll do that in the start of the next episode. So let's go to the lodge and deal with Vasco. Oh, I literally don't get achievements in this game anymore because I have to keep using the console commands because my game just keeps breaking. Like, one of my quest-giving NPCs got stuck underneath the floor once.
Planets like this are precious.
Vasco is now hostile and attacking me. One of my space quests were bugged. I've had many bugs. So let's just see. Is Vasco just gonna run at me and punch me? Is he fixed? Oh, because I did reset him with console commands. But I did not try and exit the game and re-exit after resetting it Vasco?
I will be monitoring everyone's vitals for
Oh.
signs of continued trauma.
Thank goodness Vasco is okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, look at Constellation. Okay, let's talk to you.
If I may, I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. I was wondering about that as well. He said our part in glimpsing the Unity was over. I'm assuming it's when you combine the artifact. It's the multiverse!
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
I'm down. You're right. It's too big of a coincidence to not try.
I guess it couldn't hurt. I've heard the Keeper's a pretty insightful guy.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
Yeah, I trust you. They're just throwing out so many credits here at the end.
Take a place like the Lodge for granted. Until it's threatened.
I think I just got 1,700 credits for doing nothing.
Thank you for helping me out with the artifacts.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, she was
Constellation
heartbroken
has
when
suffered
Barra died.
losses before.
Okay,
Although
Unity, let's
none
go!
quite so.
Talk to the Keeper. Ooh, okay, he is right over here somewhere. But yeah, sorry I keep mumbling about it, but I cannot wait for Assassin's Creed Red to come out. And there was another Assassin's Creed teaser trailer announced. It looked very spooky, very like... I almost want to say like Blair Witchy. And I'm really excited for that as well. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Red, I feel like I've been waiting for my entire life. Like an Assassin's Creed based in Japan.
Sergeant Yumi was looking
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Oh, we're sure as hell gonna play that. We have to. And then again, if there's any other Assassin's Creed you would like to see, let me know.
No winners there, just orphans and mourners.
Who are you? Okay, yeah, speak to me.
Keeper Aquilas, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds?
We need to talk about Unity.
Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else?
Is it a collective
Something
consciousness?
secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
There are people that theorize that we all are connected to one big thing and that we all technically are linked, our minds are linked in some way or another, and our brainwaves send out signals to one another. But don't ask, I just saw this documentary once. I don't know. Space magic. Oh, wow! I like it here. Okay, speak to me, sir. Sam, you're here to witness history. Come in. Sam!
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
It started with the discovery of these anomalies, the artifacts.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
We know it is a stretch, but we hope you can help us.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Let's hear the story then. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave.
Oh, that's so cool. This is really cool. The main story is starting to get really cool. That's an odd saying. Very specific.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Yeah. Talking to House Varun seems like a mistake. They're dangerous. If you've already talked to them, why send me? I don't like, fine, I'll talk to them. I feel like it's very passive-aggressive. I've dealt with House Varun. They were not that bad. I'll talk to them.
The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay
Thank
here
you.
with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Yes. Okay, see you. Sam, you could have joined me, you know? Can I don't want to walk over this and be, like, rude. But I kind of want to inspect this symbol. Wonder if it means anything. Among the graph gems. Okay, let's go check to House Varun. I'm currently using House Varun weapons, actually. I upgraded my character a bit. Ammo, weapons, all the goods. Oh, why am I here? Is this the right way to go, even? Yeah, it seems so.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Aren't you the one who took down the Crimson Fleet?
Yes.
Buddy and Sis Steph was telling me all about it. Pretty amazing stuff.
Thank you. Nice meeting you. Hi. Hello? I need to speak with you.
A visitor?
Yeah.
I have all the company I need.
You have very pretty eyes. I know you've talked to a keeper about the rune faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
I never can make heads or tails of these guys.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Not to be that person, but do they, like, believe in Ragnarok, but it's a snake? You catch my drift? Anyway, he spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him.
It would be really helpful if you told us about it. If that even matters in the slightest to you.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him,
Thank you.
and then you will leave me.
Yes.
Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
Wait, let me think about this. There must be more to your god than just killing. I need to know the meaning of the word unity.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Okay. Thank you for your time, at least.
I've got some stuff on my mind. When you have the time.
Speak to me, Sam.
There needs to be a bigger word than thanks. More than gratitude. And whatever that word is, I feel that way towards you. I'd be dead. Flat out dead if it weren't for you.
I'm just glad as hell I didn't lose you both.
You and me both. Truly. I gotta ask. Why me? It was an impossible situation. And if it's wrong to ask, sorry, but it's gonna keep me up at night. Barrett's been in Constellation so much longer. He's more veteran, probably smarter. It's gonna be hard knowing I get to live my life, but his is over.
Wait, he knows? He knows that the reason why I stayed behind was for him? Oh, wait, this is getting... Oh, sorry. I couldn't leave Cora without a father. That is one of the main reasons, though. I feel like he's the only member with a child that still has a life ahead of her, and losing a parent at that age... No, you just can't. No. You need to give yourself more credit. You're the heart of the constellation. To be honest, I don't fully know why. I couldn't lose you, Sam. I just couldn't.
That means a lot. For my sake, for Cora's sake. Thank you. How are you holding up? Are you okay?
Oh, I love that he always asks me thank you. I'm just so angry I could scream. I can't stop crying. I just can't. I just feel numb from it all. I'm just focusing on what needs to be done. I'm more so the middle 2 type of person. I would get hyper focused on the mission, or I would just get like so angry. I feel like my character in this situation would feel frustration though. Yeah.
Right there with you. That hunter bastard's gotta pay. Pay big time. I don't care if he's starborn and indestructible. We need to figure out a way to take him down. Nobody messes with my family like that.
Yeah, don't worry. I think I'm starborn too. I won't rest until I take that bastard down.
Just bring me along when you do. This is personal.
Will do.
I just want you to know I'm here for you.
Thank you.
The only way we're gonna get through this is if we all lean on each other.
Sorry. Sorry. I know I literally said in the previous episode that I'm probably not gonna romance anyone because I'm not fully feeling any of the characters. But that was so sweet. That was so sweet. Oh, that was sweet. Yeah, that was sweet.
I'm surprised I've yet to see the inside of the security office. Here's hoping the streak continues.
I have been arrested, my dear Sam. I have been arrested. But it did make one hell of a story, so it's not that bad. Oh, we're going to the darker side of, I almost said Neon. New Atlantis. Is House Varun here somewhere? No, they're not. I've been inside of House Varun.
Private sector. No, that's where the real money's at.
So I'm meeting... Oh no, I'm not. I'm meeting the enlightened person.
Wow.
Hi? Sam, do you know who this is? Don't leave me, come in.
I've run a
Sam!
number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks.
Hello.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
Yeah, the keeper sent me. I need to talk about the pilgrim. I'm looking for something called unity. And no, not some vague concept of the word.
Did Keeper Aquilus send you? Oh boy.
Look, I know it sounds crazy, but it's important. Really important.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Okay, let's hear it.
A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but
Warframe,
no,
let's go.
the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions.
Or
If your
Destiny.
philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Maybe there's a message hidden in it? What did they mean? Each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. I do think I understand that, but let's ask regardless, because I want to hear what he says.
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
I understood that a bit different. I was like, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up, meaning you have to realize how people in your life can make you better and push you and motivate you to go forward, and you have to value that and see the good that person brings in your life and that you can do the same kind of thing. I guess it's similar to what he said, but that was just what I thought. Anyway.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Thank you for giving me a lot to think about. I guess.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Yeah. Thanks for your time. Okay, we're done, Sam. Where are we heading? Return to the Keeper. Okay. Let's head there. Immediately, shall we? Oh, this is getting good. I'm glad I did the side quests. But the main story is so much better. Yeah, and I know it's like, yeah, of course the main story is better because it's the main story, blah, blah, blah. But I just still feel like a game this big, that emphasis on exploration and emphasize whatever on the discovery of this big, vast world should be more impactful. Like, yes, like I said, the factional quests were good-ish, but that's the problem. They were just kind of...
My tree's as big as the rock.
Yes, it is.
I'm a student
They didn't really stand out for me all that much. It wasn't like, you know, it was just like meh. And again, I feel like a game this big should make you want to explore, should make you want to do more quests, where even the main story, it's not amazing, but in comparison to everything else, I'm like, oh my word, something's actually happening. This is actually exciting. This is actually cool. This is actually making me think about things. And it sucks that that is the only thing I've actually felt that way towards in this game. If that makes sense. Sorry, I'm complaining. I'm just sharing. Anyway, moving on.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
I still think there is something hidden, but I just got more stories. The Enlightened story used the words second and two. I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said Gina fought 4 times over 120 days. In your story, the pilgrim concept, that must mean something. I think everything means something, so let's just take it step by step. He asked me what I learned, so let's start at the top.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn?
Wait, clever. Wait, yes. And then this could be a coordination. Coordinates? Yeah, English.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates.
Coordinates.
Was there anything else?
I'm not English, okay? I'm not English.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system.
Yeah.
But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum. That's the name of the star system. I think I have everything I need. Next planet I find, I'm naming Dum Dum. What do you think?
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place.
Cool.
And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
There's something sacred out there, bringing everything together. It's just a word, and I need to take responsibility for finding it, not pray. Only total conviction will bring us the truth. We are being tested. I don't like any of these answers, but maybe the last part. I don't think it's bringing everything together. I think it's the connection between people and time and space and, you know? But that's not an option, so I guess the first one.
But what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
I don't think so. It's just the closest that I had to my answer. Gravity is a miracle, just like life itself. No, that's just a natural force. Unity is something greater.
It is one of the great contradictions of belief.
Yes.
We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine, unknowableness that the pilgrim searched for?
This guy's really hard to follow. Can we just get a straight answer?
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
This is why I expected, this is gonna sound so mean, but more from Starfield is because of the synopsis of the game. Like, this is literally a space game set far in the future. There are no rules, there are no limitations, I almost want to say. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I felt like I was slightly disappointed by the lack of an intense story and the lack of good side quests, because there's all these theories about space and all these scientific things that I almost want to say I hardly know anything about.
You're making yourself pretty useful around the ship, Cora.
I have, Dad. I want to be as good a co-pilot for the captain as I am for you.
Well, you're doing a great job, Stringbean. I'm proud of you.
Aww.
What do you say we get you a new outfit next time we're planetside?
It still fits, Dad. And I love it. Now, a new book.
There was a small bit of dust on
Oh my gosh, yes.
How dare it try to spoil perfection.
Thank you.
But don't worry. I blew it off.
I appreciate that. And you. I will
Sometimes
buy
I
you
just want to turn off the grav drive so we can float around.
whatever book you want. Whatever book you want is yours. Anyway, I quickly want to take a nap. But yeah, my very long, very winded point was just that there's so much you can do with a game like this because of the setting. I just feel like they didn't make use of that all that much. Like, you can go ham. I'm almost in the... It's like, I feel like... How do I put it? You can justify anything because you can just say space magic, you know? And I feel like they didn't do that. Like, yes, they added your cliche alien. Yes, they added, like, business issues and, like... But I don't feel like anything hit hard enough. I'm talking about the factional quests now in particular. Because the normal side quests, those are also... It's just your typical side quest. Run here, do this. Where you have this entire space world. You have a good story with good lore. I just feel like they could have done more with it. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm trying very hard to convey what I want to say, but I'm not getting it across. But once again, I'm not English, so sometimes I just don't find the words I'm looking for. I'm Afrikaans. I'm from South Africa, if you don't know yet. So ja. Het is moeilijk soms, oké? I guess I can take a trauma pack. I'm not sure where to go. Search for clues on Unity. Okay. Sam? Where's Sam? Why does he not follow me sometimes? Does he not know that I need him in my endeavors? Ooh, my voice is sorry.
Scanner pick up anything fun?
There you are. It picked up you. Sorry, that was a very cringy joke. I apologize. Pilgrim's writing too. So here is the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants. I need workers. I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocent enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstanding installed by some borderline religious remnants. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Wow. I must say that is always a... Not to be weird, but... Not something that's difficult, but that can be difficult if you feel strongly about your beliefs and you want to share that with others, but they don't feel the same, and you don't want to overwhelm them or like make them get the wrong idea. So I feel like I kind of understand that. This is writing 4. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad? At last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone. For now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much. But vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Oh. Writings 3. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could. But even if my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempt to withdraw, to go off alone, to communicate with unity in my own way. They follow. Of course they follow. Wow. Okay, wait, this is cool. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I need the first writing, do I not? I got 2, 4, 3. So I need 1. Can I get into this little building somehow? Maybe I should try the door. Oh! Drop my packs. I also got med packs. So I am finally prepared for once. I am prepared every now and again, and then I use up all my resources, and then I'm not prepared again. Wait, I still need... Are you 1? This is 5! I find myself thinking about his various past and my possible future. Wait, I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible future. Again, why do I feel like they're implementing time travel? Anyway, I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. I am correct. There are multiverses, and yes, this is where my theory came from. I said, what if New Game Plus makes sense and I become Starborn and I can actually travel to another universe or another future or another place, and that's how they introduce New Game Plus. So then I'm wondering if you guys are interested, I'll check out and do it. But if there is an additional ending if you do New Game Plus, that would be cool. Anyway, what is notable here? That road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in the future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges, of compassion I feel in my heart, and left myself care for the people who seem to gather about me whenever I try to work. If I simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light and died, that road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here is the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about saying and building something, the feeling endures. There is something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what the difference signifies, but I am grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Whoa. So he became something that he did not like in search of power. There's writings number 1. And he's contemplating what his life would have been like if he chose compassion over his greed. The simplicity of mundane humans never cease to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them. But I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision when I know very well the blinders which obscures their sights. I once wrote them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake, I wish to be left alone. So he was very much seeking knowledge on his own, but he needed people. And then he started to care for these people slowly but surely. Oh, sorry, my dog's going crazy. He's checking on my phone. Nothing's happening. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, he slowly but surely started caring for these people, but then he pushed them away. He got impatient. He became someone he did not know. He's someone he did not like. So yeah, makes sense. What is unity? I return your question with a question. If you have ever read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. They're too heavy. People gotta go on diets. Ugh, the first one, I know the answer. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. That is so true. I really like that. Like, I feel like your biggest enemy, but also your greatest ally can be yourself. Because if you try to improve because you're competing with yourself in a healthy way, I feel like that's very good to keep you on a steady pace of improvement and development. So I actually really, I like the way he said it. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? In growing, becoming better, stronger. In stopping, in embracing compassion. I came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. This is really cool. I'm really liking this part of the mission. I'm actually genuinely enjoying this so far. The final writings. Pilgrim's final writings. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never know. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here, in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others created in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live the enlightened and blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey. But to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla, too, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Oh, I love this! Yes, I love this. I live for this. You guys know this. I live for a good story. I live for like, I love story games, yes, but I want to be confused. I want to, like when we played The Quarry, I want to wonder about what's gonna happen next. Oh, let me quickly jump all the way here. I want to be confused, if that makes sense. I want to contemplate and think about things. So like this final part of the game, I feel like is the best so far, and I'm actually genuinely enjoying it. It's so fun. I love things where you're like, oh, and that's why I feel like Plague Tale Requiem is one of my favorite games, because you also follow in someone else's past and someone else's history, and through that you figure out what happened. I just love it. I feel like this is so good. All the riddles, all the writings.
Just like your life.
I'm just enjoying this a lot, surprisingly. I just think it's really good. I feel like the main story initially was a bit meh, like everything else in the game, but it is getting good. I am actually having fun, and I'm actually curious to see what happens next. So, I'm happy. I'm happy. Let's get up. This is really... What is that? There's a little monster wagging its tail at me. Okay, Sam.
How do you think
Let's go.
adventures go?
Anything you want to say for me?
It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes.
Treasure forever? I'm thinking all three.
Touring fan. Sorry, I was trying to listen to what he was saying. I don't think I've heard that before. Let's go! Hi, little creature. This is really cool. We're like on like this little island. I'm assuming this thing is gonna attack me. Like, why would it not?
Those ruins, they look ancient. Oh, Vladimir would go nuts for this. Barrett, too.
The little creature was waiting for me, wagging its tail, and is now taking me somewhere. Oh my gosh. Is it because I'm starborn? They're not gonna attack Sam, are they? Oh, this is magical. I'm taking a screenshot of this. I don't care if you guys get mad at me for taking screenshots. This needs a screenshot. Oh, Sam, you're kind of ruining it for me, though. This is kind of creepy, but really cool. Hi?
Hey, you picking up something?
What? A glyph. Activate. Activate. How do I activate this stupid glyph? I'm Googling. No, no, I'm Googling. Not wasting my time. Okay, so. I figured it out. You press these and then the thing moves. So I'm assuming I just have to chart this thing. Yes. Can't see. Okay, I have one. Go to the... Oh! I'm done! I think I'm done. Wait. Really? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm done. So I'm just following the constellation now to... Okay. I'll see you guys when I get to the new objective. In their footsteps! I officially have a new quest. Hail the Scorpius.
It can't be. You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go.
I did not realize I was gonna find you. Wait, are you the guy whose journals I'm following? Keeper Aquilus sent me to find the true meaning of unity. Time for 2. Then surrender or be destroyed. Oh, time for round 2. No, please no. I also think we get this weird ship at some point. I don't know.
You did. Now it's all starting to make sense. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
I hope the guy's book we were following is on the ship. Fine, I'll begin the docking procedure.
Good. See? We can all get along.
I know we can get along. You attacked me for no reason.
People say I need more hobbies.
Wait.
Writing about you, thinking about you, talking about you. That's 3.
Like, I have no problem with these people. They attacked me. Now they're pretending like, see, we can get along. Yes, I know. I tried getting along with you. You attacked me. You killed my friends. I still can't believe we had that sincere moment with Sam. That was so good. Talk to the hunter. Oh, this is getting good. Sam?
Do you think the documentary about your life will be
You coming with me?
to a movie? And who do you think will play?
Yeah, I do think that, not gonna lie, we get a similar ship to this when you do New Game Plus. And you get these guys' outfit. Yeah.
Hello. Again.
Hi.
You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented, Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
Damn right it is. All we ever wanted was to talk. You attacked us.
Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We're all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
You killed my
We
friends.
needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
That doesn't justify murder. Agree, killing you and taking your artifacts are on my list. You're talking in circles. I came here to learn about Unity.
Yes. Let's talk about what really matters.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Yeah.
Not a relatively expendable Dusty anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up.
Stay silent.
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others.
Yeah.
That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
Okay, so yeah, multiverse, cool. Now we know. So this Unity is where the artifacts are from, the temples. I need to see the Unity for myself, but both of you are trying to keep people from it. Okay, so this is just Barrett from another timeline.
They are all connected.
And I wonder if Sam were to die, if this would have been Sam. I don't see why it would be, considering Sam never had any affinity to the artifacts. Like, nothing ever happened when he touched it. Barrett makes sense to me because he was like me.
And that's the problem. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
I mean...
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done, countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
Keeper Aquilus? No, some other version of the same person. I'm nothing like you. You've been to Unity multiple times. What does that mean?
It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going.
Yeah, I do like this. Like I speculated, and I was correct, of course. is I like this because New Game Plus makes sense, because I'm assuming once you finish the game, you get access to Unity, and when you go through it, you are reborn, you are then Starborn, and then you have New Game Plus, and then you can have like a different outcome. Again, if that's the case, let me know. I might do it in any way, but if there is a alternative ending to the main story, then I shall play through it and we can see how it is. If it's short, I'm assuming there will be a shorter version, I think. I'll find out that though. I'm nothing like you. Not really.
You mean yet? Go through the Unity 1,000 times and you'll gain a better perspective. I have hopes for you. Higher hopes than the other members of Constellation. They all end up like the emissary.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
Does it matter? Whatever war is going on between you two, I want no part in it.
You're already in it. With artifacts comes Starborn searching for them, fighting over them. I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
Do I choose now? Optional, talk to the Hunter. Optional, talk to the... Yeah, I'm talking to you guys before I leave. I want to better understand
I'll tell you everything I can.
The emissary and their kind only want to control you.
What is the Unity to you, and why will you kill for it?
Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
Oh, so that I can use it again and jump to a different timeline. Okay. Okay, why did you let me go?
To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this.
But why do it over and over? Is it worth it?
Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's...
Oh, okay, so there was like a deviant and he wanted to see what happened.
I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore.
Okay, I understand. You.
I'm sure you have more questions. Ask.
What happens when you enter the Unity?
It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone.
Yeah, it's New Game Plus.
That's why it offers the choice. Compassion, or is it testing us? You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way.
Oh, that's something I was wondering about. So I only have 2 temples, and I was like, there's only 2 powers. So no, I guess the more times you go through Unity, the more times you do New Game Plus, the more you get. So the game kind of encourages you to play through it multiple times. Huh. If you want to see more Starfield every now and again, let me know. But I do want to do other series before continuing Starfield or doing more with it though. But if there is an additional ending, then I will play through it.
When all the artifacts are assembled, with a device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn.
Okay, thanks. Bye, guys. Chat to you soon. What's my mission?
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself.
Nice.
Here, to open the way.
Thank you. All I ever wanted was answers.
And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming. I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure that they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Let me see what I got. Oh, it's just a key to the moon. Yeah, didn't really get anything interesting, it would seem. Wow, return to the lodge, final glimpses. Again, I did Google, I do believe we still have actually a few missions left before the game ends. Okay, before we do the moon mission, I am quickly gonna go back to the lodge to go speak to Constellation because I'm trying to work out how many videos I have left. We either have 1 or 2 left. So I am quickly gonna go to Constellation.
I gotta admit, I miss the old girl, New Atlantis.
And talk to them. And then maybe in the next video we go to the moon. And do the rest of this
Smell
mission.
that? I would bottle that up if I could. Musty old books, a bit of motor oil, and history.
Yeah, I understand. Let's see what they say about everything.
Hey, I've been talking with the others, and I'd like to get everyone together. To say goodbye. You know. To Barrett.
Bro, I just saw him. I'll be there, I promise.
Thank you. It wouldn't be the same without you there. I'll have everything set up in a few days.
Cool. We have to wait for 5 days until that. Can I talk to Vlad?
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity.
It's the center of a multiverse. We're building the way to it.
Wait, say that again? Multiple universes?
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
Let's take a step back. This is everything we've been building towards, and the implications are a lot to take in. Could you explain the part about multiple universes one more time for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
I met a version of Barrett. He told me Unity creates the Starborn, and they cross universes. Apparently in another universe, I died, Barrett lived. First one.
And that's why the Starborn want the artifacts so desperately. They're the keys to unlocking the infinite.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation.
This is our mission, to go into the unknown.
You're right. We have to see the Unity for ourselves.
I know this has been a lot for everyone to take in, but we finally have answers. Let's make the best of them.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.
Will do. Guys, so sorry, I just started laughing because I was just like, Starfield's entire story. No, shush. Starfield's entire story is based on, let's make New Game Plus make sense. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it was kind
I
of
need
funny.
everyone looking out for each other during this time.
Yeah. Okay, I quickly want to have a look at what's going on in my quest tab here. Because I have this. I have Final Glimpse and Mist Beyond Measure, which is just a Barrett storyline. Okay, guys, on that note, I will be ending today's video here. Reason being, I do believe I can split the videos better this way because I do think we have 2 left now. So the mission I just started, and then I think there's 2 more missions left that I will do in one video. So we probably only have 2 videos left of Starfield before everything unfolds. Now, I know there's a lot of negativity around this game, and I know I've complained about this game a lot myself, but I feel like this last few quests I've been doing was genuinely fun. And I've genuinely been enjoying the story, and I feel like the story has been good. I just don't like that the side quests are a bit, what's the word, lackluster? There's just not much going on there. But so far this has been really fun, and it's been like a really fun mission to kind of like discover everything, even though I kind of spoiled it for myself. I feel like it was fun, and I like how things are unfolding, and you know, I'm having a good time thus far. I just find it strange because I did talk to a few people, and I heard that the characters they were spending the most time with were the characters who ended up dying. So it's quite strange that my Barrett died, considering I didn't really spend much time with him and I spent a lot of time with Sam. So maybe I was lucky that Sam survived and I should be more grateful. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. I feel like Starfield is actually kind of getting good now. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. I hope everyone has a lovely day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the big wide world. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye.